Well, you worked all week and you're ready to let go. Let me tell you, friend, believe me when I say I know. It always feels like we're punching in. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. The fun is about to begin. You paid good money at the door. Get ready for a real good show. If you want to have a real good time with me tonight, you gotta move like crazy, dancing in the pale moonlight. We can all get down, spin inside out. I'm telling you, if you really want to groove, you gotta make a move.
And I did a recurring on The Walking Dead that starts airing October 2nd, I think, is the first episode back, because they broke their episodes into 3 segments of 8 episodes. So this is the last segment of 8, and then it's over for good.
Okay. And that film's in Atlanta too, right?
That film is in Atlanta too. Yes.
Yeah.
So we did the first 2 back, and then the series finale. So and then a show called Candy, which was on Hulu.
Oh yeah. I think you said you're in episode 2 of that. It's a limited series, right?
Yeah, it was a limited series, just 5 episodes. They released a new one every day, and HBO did their own kind of version of it too. It's a true story. It's a really crazy story. Jessica Simpson's character had this affair with her best friend, or one of her friend's husbands, and then he breaks up with her, and then she decides to murder her friend with an axe like 40 times or something, and then says it was self-defense and she feared for her life, and she got away with it.
Jeez.
Like literally got off scot-free with murder, and then she became last I knew, I'm sure since that show's been out, she's probably not anymore, but she was a marriage counselor in Georgia, believe it or not.
Wow.
Last person that should be giving marriage advice.
Yeah.
But
that's typically how that goes.
Right? Yeah. It's always, you're like, I don't think you should be giving me any advice about anything. But,
are you married? No, divorced 5 times. Yeah.
I murdered one of my friends.
Yeah.
That sounds good. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to down there. That's in the last, during COVID.
And so when did you start going to Atlanta? It feels like in the last decade or so things have really
I think
off
2013 was the first time I did a show called Army Wives. And actually the casting director, Matthew Sefik, is from Nebraska. He was born in South Carolina, but he grew up in Nebraska. His sister lives there still. Great guy, super nice. He's been very good to me. He's hired me. That was Panhandle, Army Wives, and then a show called Mr. Mercedes. It was like a a couple seasons of that. And then, God, what was the other one? I just did Queen of the South with him too. So God, 4 times.
Wow.
Thanks, Matt. But it's always good. Like we were on set and just talking, and he said, "Oh, where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Nebraska originally." What? I'm from Nebraska. And it's like, we just become best friends.
It kind of works that way sometimes.
It does. It's that bond that you've kind of lived through that same time period, and that time is forgotten. It just seems Nebraska is kind of, I know it's changed a lot, but it's just it's home. It's like that still has that small town feel, no matter where you are in Nebraska, and people are just good people, and they're good to each other, and you just start conversations at the grocery store, and that doesn't happen in LA. It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen in even in other parts of the the country. I feel like I had a little bit of that when I lived in Austin, and in Texas in general. It's pretty friendly. much of the rest of the country and all, because I'll get in my Nebraska mode, and you walk into a store and you're like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? They look at you like, who the hell are you? Why are you talking to me?
Are you mental? What's wrong with you? How dare you speak to me?
Yeah, you do that in LA or New York or something. It's like, they think you're the panhandler or something. They think you want something from them, it's not just being friendly,
You on meth? What do you do? Come on, I got all my teeth. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so I definitely miss Nebraska when I'm away, that aspect anyway.
Hey, Riley here. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Make a Move podcast. For more content, check us out on all major social media platforms and makeamovepodcast.com. Until next time, get off your butt.